The plot against Boris Johnson to remove him as Prime Minister begins. We all know how Westminster works. We all know how, leaking to the press, briefing the media, like what happened with Matt Hancock. When the time comes and we have to go, there usually is some sort of plot. Boris Johnson is now in trouble because he is, lack of management and lack of actual certainty in terms of what we are doing with the country is the reason that it's not just voters and his own supporters who are angry. Now his own team are kicking off, and there's a lot of stories over the last couple of days, and literally from yesterday I had to gather so many different headlines from different papers, different media outlets. They're talking about the same stuff but different angles. That he's been attacked from like 5 different angles right now, and probably he deserves it. He's been terrible, absolutely. Downing Street as a whole has been terrible. It's not really anything personal against anybody, but Laura Kuenssberg tweeted saying that senior Downing Street sources have said that there is a lot of concern inside the building about the Prime Minister. It's just not working. The cabinet needs to wake up and demand serious changes. Otherwise, it will keep just getting worse. If they don't insist, he just won't do anything about it. Now, of course, every time we have one of the Westminster hacks like Laura Kuenssberg or others tweeting something about a Westminster source, you have to be skeptical. But I had to check for myself. I had to get in touch with a few of my MP friends and people in Westminster to confirm these rumours, and yes, they're all saying the same thing as Laura Kuenssberg, so I can confirm what she's saying in terms of the rumours, in terms of all the gossip, that people are not happy about the leadership. Yesterday was a special day because we had the CBI event, and the Prime Minister had a speech there, and if you could call that a speech. I think because apparently there was a problem with the papers, the pages that he had. I'm guessing they didn't have numbers on them, or he messed up basically. In case you didn't see, watch this, because I got my own theory, but it could just be a theory.
Broadband.
Oh dear.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. People will have the confidence to say...
Yeah, so is it a coincidence that the whole thing happened at the same time as all the briefings against him in the press and media? Let's just say maybe someone decided to mess with him. Maybe someone in Downing Street started to actually sabotage him. But no, probably no, that's just a theory. But we could focus on the realities, the things that we actually have, the facts, rather than just gossip. Because we know that that speech didn't go well, but it's not just because of the mistake. It showed a lack of leadership. It showed that he's not on top of things, because we now hear all the things, and this is Financial Times saying that senior Tories are now demanding shake-up of Boris Johnson's top team. This is the one that I basically heard from my sources in Westminster near Whitehall, because there's a lot of senior Tories who are saying that the problem is not just Boris, it's people around him. And which goes back to him, because he's the leader and he could fire them, but apparently he doesn't have a say in that. I'm not really sure what's going on. We know what's going on. We know the people behind him, but there are certain obstacles that make things difficult. I mean, Dominic Cummings has been kicking off about leaking all this stuff to the press anyway. The problem we have is that whether you are a Tory voter, whether you're a former Tory voter, whether you're just angry at Boris, let's just remember, that there's a bit of comedy in politics right now, because people are angry with the Prime Minister, and then one clown has come out to say, guys, pay attention to me. Starmer told the CBI that the Labour Party will not throw cash at UK's problems. We're not going to spend money. We're not just going to tax people and borrow money like there's no tomorrow. Are you drunk? Have you seen your policies? Have you seen... While we criticise Boris Johnson, let's be objective. We are never going to support this guy. This just what? I'm not really sure exactly why anybody at CBI would even pay attention to the radical leftists and the so-called liberal left, because he had an appeal a few years ago because he was trying to stop Brexit, and CBI were anti-Brexit. I understand that, but apart from the globalist debate about being inside or outside the European Union, CBI are capitalists. So but Keir Starmer thinking that he could compliment them and try to kind of essentially be nice to them will make it easier for him to get extra votes. You know what's going to happen? You're going to lose more left-wing votes. There are so many socialists who are angry at him already, and he's doing what Boris Johnson's doing to right-wing voters. So right-wingers can't vote Tory, left-wingers can't vote Labour. What are we going to be doing? And do not say vote for a smaller party. That's just not how British politics works. Change the political system first, and then we could actually do something about it. We could have an honest chat about alternative options. I could only vote for smaller parties as a protest vote. You can never vote for a smaller party based on actual government. Even if hypothetically one of them could become government, just because you like one of the leaders or some of the policies does not mean that they can run the country. Look at the Tory party. People used to like Boris Johnson. They trusted him. But didn't go well, did it? So this is enough about preaching about how all politics and politicians are absolutely nonsensical. I'm Tousi. Subscribe to the channel. We got more updates coming up later today. We are the media.